Good afternoon and welcome back to Christine's Mom Picks. Today, I am going to go over what to put in your diaper bag. I feel like there are just so many things you could put in your diaper bag, but I wanted to keep mine as minimalistic as possible. Just kind of that's my theme throughout all these videos is how can I bring the necessities and maybe a few like additional like perks and treats and stuff, but how do I keep it as light as possible just because I'm going to have my diaper bag on my back and then I'm going to be carrying this like 15-pound baby or whatever size they are. So having as few things in your diaper bag as possible is kind of my goal, but also making sure you have everything that you need. So to kickstart it off, this is a diaper bag that I am using. It is the Beis diaper bag. I would not recommend it. So when I am looking for a diaper bag, I will be replacing this one. But what I think is extremely important is having one where the zipper you can do with one hand. This one is not the case because of the way it's shaped. You kind of have to squeeze it together and then zip it. And the reason why it's so important to have a zipper that is able to do with one hand is because, like, let's just say you're changing your baby's diaper, you're in the diaper room, you're all by yourself, baby in one hand, you only have one hand available. So we close it with one hand, super key. So I think the next one I will be getting is the Dange Dover. They've got, it's kind of a neoprene material, and it's just what I really like about it is it's stretchy, which means I could just stuff in there. What I really like about that. I also really like the quality of it. It is a higher price point. I think it's around $215, but I do feel like it's got a lot of longevity, so I could use it for forever how many kids I end up having. So I find it to be like a splurge that's really worth it. So in the meantime, I'm just using this one. I love the way it looks. It's just not as functional as I was hoping. But let's get started. Obviously, the first and foremost is having your diapers. I've been using diapers from Thrive Market. I really like them for multiple reasons. One, it has like less chemicals than other leading brands such as like Huggies and Pampers. And like I mentioned, I'm a very low tox person. So this to me was like a cleaner brand. Plus, I love the simplicity of it. I think that it's so cute with just this patterned top at the front and then the rest of it just being completely plain. That way when he is wearing clothes that are kind of more of a lighter shade, it doesn't pop through of this like kind of vibrant, distracting pattern. So this to me is like so cute and they work great. The absorbent is amazing. And again, like I said, love the ingredients, and it's on a cheaper price point for like the quality of diaper you're getting. So again, I use this from Thrive Market. This is a size 2 because my baby's already almost 5 months, which is, the time is flying. So second most important thing are wipes. I would definitely recommend wipes, especially a cleaner brand. I was going with Honest. I like having Honest wipes because I do run out of these quite quickly. So having them available to me at stores such as Target, Rite Aid, whatever your local drugstore is really nice to have. You can also just get them on Amazon. But to me, I feel like they're good ingredients. They work very well. Like they always clean up the mess. And I know they're really sensitive. Like this is the sensitive type, which is great so that my baby doesn't have any reactions. I don't know if he has sensitive skin, but since he's a newborn, I don't really want to test that out. Newborn, I wish. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. He's already 5 months. It's just flying by so fast. I feel like I just had him. So having wipes is really nice. I keep 2 packs in here because you never know when you're going to run out. I feel like I go through these things so much faster than I thought it would. I also thought I'd start at the top of this video talking about my Christine mom pick of the whole diaper bag. If I could not live without one thing, diapers and wipes not included because those are obviously a must. My absolute favorite thing in this diaper bag is my muslin nursing cover. I love this thing. It gets so much use. It basically looks like this. It kind of bows out, so when you're wearing it, you can see your baby. I also feel like it offers like a really nice airflow, and because it's this muslin material, it breathes really well. So right now I am in the middle of summer and it is super duper hot, and I feel like when I wear this, my baby's a lot safer than if I were to wear something cotton, something that would really trap the heat. So I'm really happy with this. And we do take our baby out quite often. Like I feel that he's joining our life. Like we do everything obviously baby friendly, but I want to make sure he's exposed to as many different things as possible. So I'm constantly feeding in public. So that being said, this has been like my Christine mom pick. Absolutely very affordable, very great quality, and something I get the most use out of. So definitely invest in one of these. Another thing, if your diaper bag doesn't come with this, most do from what I believe, but is a diaper mat. So I have one that looks like this. Basically, it just kind of folds up nicely, sticks into a pocket, but this is really important when you're changing your diapers because you don't really know what surfaces you're gonna have to work with. So this allows you to change a diaper on the floor, or if you are using a changing pad in public, it just, there's been a lot of use on it. So this just kind of keeps it clean and just keeps it safe for your baby. So this is definitely something that is must have. If your diaper bag does not already come with one, definitely invest in one. Something that I also am really happy that I have in this diaper bag, and I will say this is also a huge must, is a bag full of clothes, different kind of clothing items. So let me just go through the ones that I think are definitely must-haves. First off, depending on the weather, if you're wearing like shorts or let's just say your baby's wearing shorts and you go inside like a grocery store and it's really cold, I like to keep a pair of socks just to keep their toesies warm because those things get really cold. I don't know if you've ever felt your baby's toes. I feel like there's so many memes about like grandmas, the first thing that they see about their grandchildren is when they're not wearing socks. They're like, oh my gosh, their toes must be so cold. So yeah, I just always like to keep a pair of socks to keep those toesies warm. If you've got a drooler like my baby, having a bib is really nice and handy. I actually honestly haven't used bibs too much because it is so hot here. I just don't want the extra heat. But I know as soon as it starts cooling down, this is an absolute must because everything he wears is just like soaking wet, like all the way down. And I'm just like, okay, that can't be comfortable. But I know that's why I'm like, I have to keep one of these in there. Again, like I mentioned, it is summertime, so I like to keep a nice little bucket hat. I got this one from the Gap. It's really great because jean just matches with a lot of things, but this also keeps him out of the sun because he is at that point where he can't wear sunscreen yet. Like he's before 6 months. So I try to keep him out of the sun as much as I possibly can. But every once in a while, I will be walking around. He'll be like in my carrier or something, and I need to protect his head. So having a bucket hat like this is really nice. Again, this one I think is like 0 to 3 months. So it kind of grows with him, and he's got a smaller head. So I feel like it'll make it until like that 6th month. Which again, I'll probably still be protecting his head, but it's just nice to have some kind of sun protection. Something I absolutely recommend is keeping a nice little blanket. So my sister was so nice to give us this blanket for our little baby Weston. But why I like this is because there are so many times we have gone to the pediatrician's office and they want to take their weight, so they strip them down all the way to their diaper. And they're like, okay, they don't put your clothes, the clothes back on because they have to do all the checks, but you need to like keep them wrapped in something. I always forget a blanket. I think it's just because it's so hot here. I'm not thinking about like that extra step, especially because again, you're probably running on a lot of sleep if you're like me and a new parent. So having a blanket that's small that wraps up and can fold in nicely is really great to have. I would definitely actually call this a must-have just because there's been so many instances where I've had to like use my shirt or like, well, my husband will take off his shirt to like wrap the baby just because it is cold in those offices. Plus, this is also great if we are walking and I want to protect him from the sun. I can just kind of like cover his stroller. But I mean, obviously I put a fan in there first because it gets so hot. But this is just kind of more sun protection during the summer months, and then keeps you warm in the winter months. If your baby's like mine, blowouts happen. And they always happen when you dress them in the cute outfits, never when you're wearing like your simple white onesie. It's always when you're trying to dress them up and make it look super cute. So I like to keep just a backup onesie that I don't really care about. I honestly actually got this one for free from like in the mail from like one of these like new parent packages. I feel like Target has them, Amazon has them. Definitely look into it because they'll send you like free bottles, free clothes, free like swaddles. And that's where I got this one. So I like keeping this in here just because it's his current size. And if he has a blowout, which is pretty likely at this stage, it's really nice having this on hand. I do try to keep a cute outfit in here too, but I don't know what it is. It's like he knows he's wearing a cute outfit and then there's a blowout. So I just, keep the ugly stuff because he won't blow it out. I also try to keep a pair of pants. These ones are nice because they've got the little footies. They're the Honest brand. We really like them. They're 0 to 3 months, but it took him like until right now to fit into them. I don't know if it's just because he's on the smaller side, but I like them because they do have the built-in footies. And then last but not least, I used this a lot when he was born. We haven't used it as much now because it is summertime, but I like to keep a little hat in here. When he was born, it was the spring and it was pretty chilly where we live. So keeping a hat like on hand, just to keep him warm when we like went on family walks or if we were ever out to dinner and it just was colder than we kind of planned for, having a hat was really nice. So I do like to just keep it all in one spot, just so it's easy to find in the diaper bag, just because I don't know if you're like me, where I initially started, I had everything organized in their cute little compartments. And now that we're a few months in, I am basically, every time I'm in public and I change his diaper, I'm just stuffing everything back in there. So it's just kind of like layers to my favorite things on the top and then just like the ones I use less and less at the bottom. So this is definitely near the top because of the blowouts. So stuff that's kind of near the bottom that I don't exactly use. So when I mentioned that I was doing really cute little containers, I got these little ones. So it's like where it says mama, and then I've got a matching one for baby. Basically, I put stuff in here for that I thought I'd be using a lot, and then same with the baby stuff. Just kind of like going through the one that I packed for myself. Again, I do use some of these things. I put hair ties. You never have enough hair ties. Chapstick. I feel like chapstick is definitely a must, especially if you're like me and just love the moisture. This one I found was a must, is hand sanitizer. I use this a lot, like when I am changing his diapers in public and like I don't have the ability to wash my hands, especially when there's like those poopy ones. I like to have hand sanitizer on deck just to keep myself clean. A deck of cards, haven't used it yet, but I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, my husband and I just love playing cards whenever we get the chance, because there are instances like maybe we're taking a ferry and we've got a long time. So it's just kind of some entertainment in here. Something I definitely use, highly recommend, are doggy poop bags. I think you can get just like a huge pack on Amazon. You can get them from the dollar store. I use these for all the dirty diapers, or if the clothes had a blowout and I just don't want those items touching the other items in the diaper bag. That's just a roll of these. I used to be much thicker than this, but we go through a lot. I really, really recommend having this. I would definitely call this a must-have because of the use, especially if your baby's does a lot of blowouts. And then lastly, I put a little mini deodorant. I'd say this is a nice to have. I haven't used it yet, but you never know. You never know when you're going to need it, when you're chasing around your little baby, or if it's just like a crazy day and you're stressed out. So having that is a nice to have. Something I haven't used yet, but I keep in hand, is a backup shirt. This is in the event I'm holding him and he has a big spit up. I haven't used it because Weston doesn't actually spit up that much. He just is more of a drooler, and I feel like if he has a drool on me, I kind of just still wear my shirt. But when it's a spit up, I would probably want to change. So I keep just like a simple neutral colored in here, just so to kind of go with whatever I'm wearing. I think it's a nice to have. I definitely don't think you need it. But again, if you've got a baby that spits up a lot, it would probably be a must have, just so you don't have to like worry about having spit up. And if you just like or you're just got to a place, you have something to change so you feel more like fresh. So now going through the baby one, I would say an absolute must have is a stain treatment. I like this one. It's a very like non-toxic one. It's called Missy Mouse. I just got it off Amazon. I like this because when Weston does have his blowouts or spit ups, not as much split ups, when Weston does have his blowouts, this is really nice to just immediately spray on the area, especially when on, like I said, it's always on the cute clothes. So this just kind of makes sure it doesn't stain. Or if you were to like, once he gets a little bit older and starts eating solids, I feel like this will be super nice because I'm sure that eating is going to get everywhere except for his mouth. Something I keep in here that I haven't used yet because he's too young, but I like to keep some sunscreen. I like this Babo Botanicals. I like this one because it is clean ingredients and has great reviews from what I've seen from other online moms. And I will be using this once he is of age. I believe it's 6 months. But this is really just nice to have, especially like I mentioned, we are in this like summertime here, and I just want to make sure I protect that very precious new baby skin for as early and as long as possible. Something that I also have that I haven't used is diaper rash cream. I was actually expecting a lot more diaper rashes, so I bought like so many different diaper rash creams. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I have like 4 or 5. I've used one, and I only used it like when he was an actual newborn, when he was just very, very new, passing a lot of like stool for at the beginning. So I was like, oh man, I probably need to like keep this everywhere. And like when I'm doing his changes in public, I want to keep this on hand. I would say this is an actual nice to have. I don't think it's a must unless your baby is prone to more diaper rashes, then it's probably a must have. But I'm a big fan of this brand. I use a lot of their bath products as well as their body lotions for Weston. And it's clean ingredients again, and some of the stuff smells really nice, which I think is a key. Even though I do tend to go for more of the fragrance-free items, I'm a fan of this brand. I got a free comb in the mail. I was like, why not? Why not add it to the diaper bag? Haven't used it, but when Weston was born, he had so much hair, but now that he's 5 months, it's all falling out. And I think once he gets more hair, I'll probably use it. Definitely, I would say you could completely skip this, or it might be a nice to have, but definitely don't think you need it. And then last but not least, I have just like a little travel size of Aquaphor. I just have this in the event he's got like a rash somewhere. I preferably like a brand called Tubby Todd. Their all over ointment is phenomenal. It like completely cleared up his baby acne, but I do like having this because it is so small and compact. And I mean, I just love Aquaphor on my lips all the time. I don't put it on his lips, but I just think if he were to have any kind of skin irritation, it would be nice to have this on hand. I think you could completely skip this, but again, if you do get like free ones in the mail, like myself, just pop it in there. It takes up like no room. And same with this. Boogie wipes, we haven't had to use them. He isn't in daycare yet, so I feel like once he starts daycare and is probably around more kids, he's probably going to be more prone to getting illnesses. Then I think this will come in handy, but in the meantime, we haven't used it. It says it's made with natural saline, no alcohol, no parabens, no sulfates, so I think it's generally clean. I haven't looked into it too much, but again, it's one of those free things in the mail that I'm like, okay, maybe when he's sick, I'll need it, but I think you can completely skip this. And last but not least, I think the one that I would say is definitely a must have is a pacifier case that contains pacifiers. So here are the ones we use. We love these ones. You can get like a dual pack on Amazon or Nordstrom. It's called the Bibs. This is the one that Weston took really well, but this is great to have when he is having a meltdown in public or just really tired and needs kind of something to suck on. These are ones like really nice to keep on deck, just because sometimes the one that we do have chained to his car seat will fall out and then hit the ground, and I'm not going to put that back in his mouth. So having a backup is really nice. I have 2 backups. This one I would not recommend. I don't even know the brand. But this is like, worst comes to worst, the other one falls on the ground too. So I'd say having 1 to 2 pacifiers on hand is a great thing to definitely must have to have. And that is everything that I keep in my diaper bag. I think I would recommend getting a diaper bag with 1 zipper, but overall, something that I think you should look for when you do get a diaper bag is one that has enough room to carry all this stuff that you are thinking about that you'll need. I know for the brand that I'm looking for next, they have a small, medium, large. I'll probably go for the large size just because I do plan on having more kids and I just kind of want to get 1 diaper bag, 1 and done. And so when I have more kids, I'll have more extra room. But if you're only having 1 kid, or you do like want to have different diaper bags for each season, then you can probably go for a smaller one. I have to say, something I really do like about this diaper bag, there are 2 features, which is what drew me to it. I do like the look of the leather on the outside, but I do also really like that in the back, it comes with straps that you put on right here, and you strap it to your stroller. So that way, if your stroller doesn't have the under bottom compartment to just kind of like put all of your extra items, this allows you to just like have it hanging from the handlebars, which is honestly really nice because then it's completely out of your way. Or if you're just bringing a lot of stuff, like doing your grocery shopping and you're with your stroller, gets it out of the way, allows for more room. So if you can find a diaper bag with these extra hooks that come with straps, definitely do it. Something that also drew me to this diaper bag is how friendly it is for like traveling. It does have one of those slits where you can put your luggage right here. I haven't traveled on a plane yet, but we do have a trip coming up next month. So I'll be able to use this in the event I don't get my new diaper bag by then. But that is something that I really, really did like. I also really like having a zipper in the front just because it does allow me to like keep anything that I always want to have on deck. So you could put like your an extra diaper in here. You could put your clothes in here. You could put your wallet if you're going to use this as a purse as well, just so you're not carrying extra stuff. But that is just something to look for. So that is a summary of everything that I have put in my diaper bag. I will again link everything in the comment section about my must-haves, my ultimate Christine mom pick, which was that nursing cover, and the ones that I would probably say that are nice to haves or skips. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. If there's anything else that you're putting in your diaper bag that you would love to share with the community, please put it in the comment section, because maybe, again, I am a first-time mom and I am going through this, learning through everything. And to me, these were all the important items that I would need, but maybe there is something that you are using that I just hasn't crossed my mind yet. So I'd love to hear from you about other items that you're potentially using, or items that you're like, yeah, I completely agree. That is a nice to have, that is a must have, or that is a total skip. All right. Well, it's so great talking to you, and I can't wait to see you in our next video. So please hit subscribe and get the notifications so you can see when our next video comes out. I am planning to post them every Sunday, so we look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Bye.